Hello, everyone. Welcome back to JISH Learn English Podcast. I'm Shaylin. Do you know that in English, the same word can have different meanings? That means we can use one English word in different ways, depending on the situation. So today, we're talking about a small verb that is used very often in spoken English, and that verb is get. This word has so many meanings. It can mean receive. It can also mean arrive, understand, become, and more. So let's understand this verb and learn how to use it naturally in everyday English. Before we start, take a second to like the video if you find my lessons helpful, and share it with other English learners who might find this lesson useful. Your support really means a lot to me. Now, let's get back to the topic. To understand how naturally get is used in everyday English, we're going to follow the story of a girl named Maya. Let's see how many different ways she uses this small but very useful word throughout her day. This morning, Maya's phone rang. She picked up her phone and saw a message from her friend. She said, "I got a message from my friend." Here, got means received, so we can use get when we receive something. For example, I got your email. Did you get my message? She got a lovely gift from her mother. The past form of get is got, so when someone sends you something and you receive it, you can say, I got it. Very simple, right? A little later, Maya looked outside. The sky was getting dark. She said, "It's getting dark. I need to get ready." Here, get means become. When we use get with an adjective, it can show that something is changing. It's getting dark. I'm getting tired. My English is getting better. Notice the pattern. Get plus adjective. We use this very naturally when we want to talk about a change. For example, I'm getting better at speaking English. The days are getting shorter. He's getting older. So whenever you want to talk about something changing, remember that you can often use get with an adjective. Then Maya wanted to go home. She asked a man on the street, "How do I get to the bus station?" Later, she called her mom and said, "I'll get home around 6. Here, get means arrive. We often use get when we talk about arriving at a place. We say get home, get to work, and get there. Notice that we say get home and get there without to, but we say get to work, get to the station, and get to school. It's a small difference, but it's important to remember. For example, you can ask someone, "What time did you get home yesterday?" You can answer, "I got home at 7. Or you can say, "I got to work late today. She got there before me." These are very common expressions, and you'll hear them a lot in everyday English. When Maya finally got home, her brother told her a funny joke. Maya listened to the joke, but she didn't understand it. She looked at him and said, "I don't get it." Here, get means understand. We often use get this way in casual spoken English. For example, I don't get it. Do you get what I mean? I get the idea. Instead of saying understand every time, English speakers often use get in everyday conversations. So when someone explains something to you and you finally understand it, you can say, "Oh, I get it now." And if you want to check whether someone understands what you're saying, you can ask, "Do you get it?" Or "Do you get what I mean?" Very natural, right? Later, Maya's mother was cooking dinner. She needed some water, so she asked Maya, "Can you get me a glass of water?" Here, get means fetch. In other words, Maya needs to go, take the water, and bring it back to her mother. We use get this way very often in everyday situations. For example, "Can you get me a towel?" "Could you get my bag from the car?" "I'll get you some water." You can also say, "I'll get it." For example, if the phone rings and you want to answer it, you can say, "I'll get it." This is a very natural expression, and you'll hear it often in everyday English. So let's quickly remember Maya's day. She got a message, that means receive. The sky was getting dark, that means become. She got home at 6, that means arrive. She didn't get the joke, that means understand. And she got a glass of water for her mom, that means fetch. One small word, 5 different meanings, all used naturally during one ordinary day. That's why get is such a useful word in English. You may already know this word, but when you start noticing these different meanings, you'll understand it much better in real conversations. Now, let's see if you can remember these meanings. If I say, I got a message from my friend, what does got mean here? Yes, it means received. What about, I'm getting tired? Right, it means becoming. What time did you get home? That means arrive. I don't get it. Yes, that means understand. And finally, can you get me a glass of water? Here, get means fetch, go and bring something back. So today, we saw that get can mean receive, become, arrive, understand, and fetch. It's a small word, but it does a lot of work in English. And now you know how to use some of its most common meanings naturally. Here's my question for you. What time did you get home yesterday? Tell me your answer in the comments using get. And if you can, try making one more sentence with get using a different meaning from today's lesson. Don't just listen to these examples, try using them yourself. That's how you slowly become more comfortable and confident with English. Thank you so much for spending these few minutes with me today. If you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to JISH Learn English Podcast. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.